Good evening, PA Figs here. Teresa and I are in the greenhouse and working on planting some seeds after our catastrophe with over-fertilizing. You can see, unfortunately, these cuttings don't look like they're going to take off either. I think probably the same cause. But what we are planting today, at least one of the things, is a new type of petunia called Evening Sensation. It's supposed to be very fragrant. So we're going to see if we can get these going. It's been so stinking cold here. We just had about 14 inches of snow, and spring it seems to be nowhere to be found. So we're going to see if we can plant at least a few seeds in here and give us something to do while we wait for spring to get here. So this says 7 to 12 days for germination, and then should be indoors for nearly 2 months. So that will put us square dab into May when we can plant. So it should be about perfect, maybe even a little bit late. So let's go ahead and get these in here. They come in this vial, believe it or not. That is 100 seeds. Certainly doesn't look like it, but I've counted them before from Seed, and they're usually pretty dead on. They usually give you 1 or 2 extra. So I'm just going to lay them on top of these cells and pat it down just a little bit, and that's it. So let me get started here. Alright, so these seeds are tiny, so getting one per cell here tends to be a little bit difficult. Oh boy, that was a lot more than one. I should really get pliers. I don't even know if I got them there. I don't know.
Do better the next time.
Alright, let's try this again.
You might have to put it in your hand and then put it in the...
Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Let's see if I can do that. There's 2. Alright. So I'll take one, put it in here. There we go. One, put it in here. Oh no, they're so small. I'm just going to put it in there and push it down a little bit. Alright. That seems to work a little bit better. Let's give this a try. Not a huge deal if I miss a tray or get an... Well, actually, I don't want to miss a tray. If I get an extra in a tray, it's not a huge deal. Or a cell, I mean. Just going to lay them in here and then give them a little press to make sure there's good soil contact. Soil is already pre-wet. Alright, let me finish these and I'll come back. Alright, so we are now... Hopefully you can see all the little seeds in there. Let's get a close up. Yeah, can't see them. But they're in there. They're in there.
Well, here's one right here. You see that little tiny circle right there. And then the little circle, whoa, right there.
Alright, so now I'm just going to lightly water the top of them. And that's it. Now I got to cover them.
They're on a heat mat.
We'll have to label them too, actually. I'll add a label afterwards. It's on a heat mat. Heat mat's set to 72. And there we go. All set. Hopefully in a couple weeks we'll have a whole bunch of petunias sprouting. So unfortunately, I got a whole bunch of my seeds wet just now. I believe this was called the Zahara Starlight Rose Zinnia. And you can see the small seeds in here. Now, the difference with the zinnias is it actually says to cover them with a little bit of vermiculite. So let me get some of that. Alright, so it just said a little bit of vermiculite, a light covering. So I'm just going to do it kind of like this. Not a lot. Just kind of enough to cover the seeds. Alright, now I got to label those and I'll move on to whatever I'm going to plant next here. So we got this tray planted, and we ended up planting some verbena and some impatiens. I'm going to try the impatiens again. They were taken off a little bit, and then I had the problem with the fertilization, so we'll get a cover on these, keep them over the heat mat, and we'll see how they do. Alright, on to the next tray.